Now, I don't know this young lady's name right here. I really don't know her, but I thoroughly enjoyed her tonight. And she barely said two words. But when I tell you, baby, this was the look I had the entire time tonight. Every time Marceau was on the screen talking about why and how and what he thought about posting that doggone photo that didn't need to be posted, this was my facial expression every time he appeared on the screen. And actually, it was my expression listening to Maurice too. I just don't understand for the life of me why this man don't understand that posting this photo has caused a lot of collateral damage. Either that or he just don't care. But what I do know is this young lady right here, her face sums up my entire mood for the entire episode. Matter of fact, Miss Mood right here is just the mood of all moods for the first episode of season 4 for the Love and Marriage Huntsville. Baby, let me tell you something. It was good. Okay. It was good. If you know her name, write her name down in the chatterization because, baby, she gave and all she did was give a facial expression. Okay. That was how I felt the entire time I was watching it, baby. We got to go in today. Now, listen, if you in that good chatterization, Skye Squad, we back in the building. We back in the building on the late night creep. Y'all know I usually am trying to be laid up in the bed around this time, but I said to myself, it's a special night, and a special night requires a special live. And so here we are, and here you are too. So if you are in the chatterization, go on ahead and let us know where you watching from, because you know we nosy, okay? Go ahead and let us know while I take a good drink of this water right here. Now let's get into it. Before I begin, I need to know what you guys would rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10. Go on ahead, let us know on a scale of 1 to 10. I see my people from Baltimore, Dallas, VA, California, Brooklyn. I see y'all Jackson, Glen Mills, Los Angeles, Huntsville, Alabama's in the building, baby. Florida, Texas, New York, South Carolina. I see a 10. Baby, we got a 10 on the board already. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We got a 9. I see 10s. Oh, we got a super chat in the building. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hey, NYC in the building, baby. I see a 7. A 7. Ooh, Philly John, you was critical today, baby. We got an 8, 9.5, 9. Miss G Carter, one of our members. Y'all know y'all can go ahead and sign up for that membership down in the description down below. Go ahead and sign up for it now. We got some 8s, 9, 10. You know, listen, I had seen, I was laid up in the bathtub. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I like to take me a bath. And if you ain't seen my other channel, then you definitely need to watch my backup channel to find out why I take so many baths. But I was in the bathtub literally watching my boo thing from Love and Marriage Huntsville, the social media page, and in the interview with Carlos. And Carlos said this was probably the best season premiere of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I got to tell you, hands down, it was the best season premiere of the show. And that's speaking volume. So I'm going to give this episode a 10 because my level of frustration was here. Okay. This was my level of frustration as I was watching the episode. And when I get frustrated like that, baby, you know it's a 10. Okay. You know, that's when you know it was a 10. And trust and believe, young lady, whoever you are, I'm about to use that face every time I'm looking at somebody in disbelief and in shock, in disgust, in dismay. That face right there, listen, somebody give this woman a contract because she said not nay word. And that facial expression said it all. Whoever she is, I'm a fan. If you know her name, write it down in the chat, okay? Hey, Toya, how you doing? Oh, we back up and popping, baby. Yes, we popping tonight. And y'all know I'm fired up at this. Okay, so let's get started with this whole thing. So LATISHA and MARSAU, they go out to dinner, all right? We learned that MARSAU went to the Africa alone, okay? And LATISHA even said that was sending some red flags for me. And let me tell y'all something, and because she was like, I ain't never been to Africa. Now, let me tell y'all something here, okay? Now, I understand, because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I am a loner, okay? I like being alone. I like my alone time. I enjoy it. It allows me time to, relax and rejuvenate and refresh myself. And I am a firm believer that everybody needs some downtime. And even in relationships, you need some time to yourself so you can recharge your battery. And I'm an introvert too, so I recharge in private. Okay. Now, having said that, you gonna post this photograph online. You gonna drop this photo thinking it's funny, hee ha ha ha, and then think you gonna run off to the Africa, to the motherland, like that's gonna save you. I don't know what LATISHA was on that day, but let me tell you something. I don't know how she let him up out that house, because I would have had that luggage locked up in a closet. I would have taken his luggage someplace and I would have locked it up in a trunk across town so he couldn't have found it nowhere. And I would have taken that passport too. And trust and believe, I know, because I went to Africa around that same time. I would have hid all his stuff, okay? I would have made sure he couldn't even get a panorama test, so he couldn't leave the country. You're not going to post that photograph and then leave me sitting right here to clean up your mess. You are not going to do that to me. You are not going to do that to me. And side note, Pink Girl said her name is Davita. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. Davita, I like it. I likes me some Davita, okay? Can she show up every episode? Carlos, let's bring on Davita. Anyway, yeah, because I know you cannot get in at that point in time. Let me tell y'all something. It was hard getting in and out of countries, okay? Because you had so many protocols, and I would have made it so difficult for this man to leave. I would have made it difficult for him, because you're not going to leave me sitting here to clean up the mess that you made by posting a photo that you didn't even have to post. Okay. So anyway, he goes to Africa all by himself. And side note, that to me is just as selfish as can be. This girl has not been to the Africa. She has not been to the motherland to experience the splendor, the majesty of Africa. And you're going to leave her at the house like that? What? You know what? The doors would have been locked when you came back. How about that? Anyway, he would come into America. Okay. I don't know where you're going to go when you get back, because you can't come in this house. Aaron Jones says, if my husband went to Africa by himself, he would need to find somewhere else to live once he got back. Tisha, that was a red flag. Okay. And then T Ness says, that part, Richie, preach, my brother. Yes, amen. Queen says, good evening, Richie. It's a 9 for me because Carlos' commercial commentary. Love you. Love you too, boo. Did I miss anything? Okay, let's keep going. So anyway, he said he had been depleted and he needed to evaluate some things. Yeah, I guess that post did probably deplete all your energy. Anyway, he said he needed to reevaluate, and then he talks about the impression that Africa left on him. Now, besides the fact that I felt like he was BSing her, the part where he said that talked about Africa, and don't get me wrong, I like MARSAU. I actually do. He just do some messed up stuff, but I digress. And side note, I had ordered my black in a bottle, my black champagne sparkling wine. I ordered it 2 weeks ago. Why it's not at the house? I was meaning to drink my black as I was watching the premiere episode, and I still ain't got it. So if somebody know Davita, because Davita look like she can get things done, if somebody can contact Davita and have them contact the Black Cigar Lounge so I can get my bottles like I ordered, that would be great. Okay, because I'm trying to support. Now, anyway, back to what I was saying. Now, I will tell you, Africa will have an effect on you that is really inexplicable. Okay, and to be quite honest with you, if I could, I would plan a Skye Squad trip there and have as many of y'all as I possibly can go back to experience the motherland, because it will change your life. So on that note, he was correct. Okay, so he talks about, he now values time more than financial gain. And he now wants a personal assistant, a chief of staff, if you will. Now, I am all for working smarter and not harder. I had to hire an assistant myself. And, for the little bit that I'm doing, I know it ain't on the level of what he and they are doing. But I understand it has taken a load off my back. And really, it's my cousin, but she know me. So she know how my life is chaos. Okay. But anyway, LATISHA don't want him to hire no young chick, okay? And I don't blame you. You running off to Africa, you posting these photos, it's the baby rumors and all this other kind of stuff like that. No, you will not. And why does it have to be a female to be your personal assistant slash chief of staff? You need a Philip from Candy and the Gang to come manage your business. Okay, that's the type of person that you need to come up in there and manage that thing. Okay, because Philip gonna get everything together. Okay, he gonna get you together too. All right. Anyway, I'm with LATISHA. Girl, you need to approve whoever he gonna have working for him. And why he need a female anyway? It don't even matter who. It sounds to me like you want the person that's most qualified for the job. Am I right? Okay, that's what I want. I don't care what you look like. I do not care. Get the work done. Okay, that's all I need. Can you help me find some editors for for my other channel? I mean, I have an editor or whatever, but can you help me find somebody to make these thumbnails? Can you help me manage my finances? I do not care if you are black, white, or purple. As long as you can do it, I do not care. Okay, just get the work done. Anyway, then LATISHA calls him out for being messy for posting the picture from the guys' trip after Maurice said he wasn't there. Now, apparently, Maurice was using some type of lawyer speak to get around the question, which to me is a non-starter because it really doesn't matter what he said. The implication was you insinuated you were not there, okay? And the fact of the matter is the picture suggests that you were. Okay, so however you want to frame what you were, where you were, when you were, how you were there, you were in Atlanta. The photo proves that you were there. Bottom line, okay? All this fancy double speak and lawyer speak is not going to fool me. And I don't know much about legalese, but I can call somebody if I need to, okay? Mind you, then LATISHA brings up how Martell's mistress, and I had hoped to God that they would not bring this lady up this season, because sure enough, this lady is having a hard time with it right now, and I do not want this lady to have to deal with this anymore. And thankfully, MARSAU was like, let's not give the people what they want. What are you talking about? You gave the people what they wanted. Now LATISHA has to deal with it. So you now don't want her to talk about it? What kind of mess is that? How are you going to tell her not to talk about something that you started? Make it make sense to me, okay? Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense, Davida. Help me, Davida, okay? Help me, Davida. Help me make it make sense, because I don't get it. Anyway, you know what he says next? He says, don't give them what they want. He says, I don't like the negativity. But you posted the photograph. What you mean you don't like the negativity? You didn't even have to do this. I can't. Anyway, MARSAU then uses a dog analogy for LATISHA. He says something to the effect that if somebody calls you a dog, don't bark. I mean, I guess I ain't like it. A better analogy is if someone throws you a ball, you don't have to catch it. That's a better analogy, okay? But that dog analogy, it flew right over my head, okay? And I got a big forehead. So if it went over this forehead, it went far, okay? So anyway, switching scenes, okay? Martell says, he goes to visit Lewis at Lewis's workout facility or whatever. And I must say, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I love Martell's blazer in this episode. That blazer was given. Can somebody make me a blazer like that? I will pay. I don't listen. I don't want your stuff for free. Okay, I'm a willing customer. I will pay. Just find me the atelier or whoever it is that made that blazer, because I wanted it for myself. Okay, I ain't gonna even lie. Y'all joke about me liking Martell's fashion choices, but he can't get everything right in his life, but he can definitely get those blazers right for his confessionals. And I want that blazer for myself. Okay. So if somebody out there can help me find it, please shoot me an email at richieskye@gmail.com. Because again, we Nene says they make it in your size when you got the coin. Okay. Anyway, he basically tells Lewis that Melody is not letting him see the kids. They revisit Mel allegedly cheating on him for 5 years. 5 long years, Melody was allegedly cheating on this man. So why is he the bad guy? Well, Melody didn't have a baby by another man, but I mean, you know, these little details don't matter to Martell, you know. Anyway, he says, I refuse to be the bad guy anymore. Lewis thanks him for being there for him for the reunion or whatever. And Martell brings up, well, none of the people in this group are being transparent. And let me tell y'all something. Martell is a dangerous man because you know he got the keys to the kingdom and he know everything. He got the keys to that trunk, okay? He know where the bodies are buried, where the skeletons are rotten, okay? So anyway, they both point out that MARSAU posted a photo that Maurice was there in the Atlanta way back in the 2015, 2014, or whenever it was. Hold on for a second. Catherine Forehand says, thank you, DJRichieSkye, for the recap. I don't watch these shows until I listen to you and the Sky Squad. I give your thoughts on and opinions. That's what we listen, and that's what it's all for. You know, we have these conversations in the community because we want to support the shows, but we get frustrated by the madness on it, and so we come here to commiserate with each other and get it out of our system and go on about our day. Okay, that's what we do here. So you're welcome, boo. You're welcome. Martell says he's disappointed that MARSAU threw Maurice under the bus, and he doesn't want Maurice's marriage to end, you know, off of some mess like this. Now, Kimmi got a new dog. She playing with the dog in the backyard. The dog helps keep her centered because she got to deal with all this foolishness that MARSAU then started with this photograph. Now, she says she's overwhelmed, and Maurice joins her, and she basically right off the jump addressed the post. Maurice says that MARSAU was just being funny. I don't see how this is funny. How is it funny? How, Sway? How? Davida, tell me how this is funny. Because I don't know, okay? Please tell me, Davida, because I don't think she know either. So anyway, Maurice then says this, and I want y'all to pay attention to this. Maurice says to Kimmi that he did say he was there. I certainly wish I had the production rewind button right here at my fingertips, because I could have swore my memory told me that he said he was not there on this trip. Now, which one is it? You can't tell me one thing one day and another thing the next, because we be remembering these things because it was a big plot point. So you can't tell me you wasn't there on the reunion and then this week say you was there. I don't get it. Which one do you want me to believe? I need you to pick a struggle right now. Pick a struggle. And actually, Davida, help him, please. Help him pick a struggle because I don't get it. So anyway, she asked him, okay, is the story made up? More directly, she says, did you sleep with the linebacker? Maurice does what he always does, that it really irks my spirits, okay? Maurice puts the puppy dog face on and the googly eyes in the hopes that he's going to be able to divert Kimmi's attention. And let me tell you something. That may work for a little young tenderoni that don't know no better, but Kimmi is a woman, okay? Kimmi is a woman. Kimmi understands when she is being gooped, and she will not let this man off the hook. And I'm so excited about it. And you know what I like about Kimmi? She don't even have to raise her voice. She's simply going to cut right through the BS and get to the question at hand, okay? So he is trying to, you know, and she is very stern in her thoughts and in her questions. And she's basically like, sir, this is a yes or no question. So I suggest you either answer yes or you answer no, okay? And then she has to school him about how to be direct when he is answering questions. So he's trying to play it cool. And then he says, well, I haven't ever, never, no. Now, I want you to know that I wrote these things down, what he said. He says verbatim, I haven't ever, never, no. I don't really know what that question is really answering. Again, this sounds like some lawyer speak that just is meant to get around the yes or the no question, because it's clearly a yes, I did, or a no, I did not. Okay. Anyway, then he tries to, she tries to educate him on why he should care about the situation. Because he's like, I don't care about none of this mess. I mean, if you care about it, I care about you, but I don't care about all of this. No, that's a lie too. I hate to say it to you, Maurice, but you bothered by this situation. And no matter how you try to act like you are not bothered, you are not Maurice. I mean, you are not Marceau. So you can't play this game the way he can play it, because that's not your mission. That's not your calling in life. Your calling in life is to try to live as best as you can, because you got this woman over here who can peep your game. Okay. Meanwhile, he then tries to turn it around and say, well, really, if this is affecting LATISHA, this is an opportunity for you to, extend a hand of praise for LATISHA and really talk to her. And Kimmi is looking at, listen, Kimmi is looking at him like, okay, you know what? She's like, I got LATISHA, okay? I'm talking about you, okay? We talking about you, and we talking about me, and we talking about linebackers, okay? That's what we talking about. Don't try to deflect from this conversation, because I am not going to let you, okay? I was living for it. I was living for it. And then she basically tells him, you may be acting like you don't care about the situation, but you need to. Anyway, we get a scene with Destiny in the studio. Now, this was a good scene to me, okay? This was a good scene to me. Let me tell you why it was good. Let me take a little swig of this water right here. Hold on for a second. Don't listen if you don't like the sounds of water or drinking and stuff, But baby, you got to stay hydrated, okay? Can't dry your insides out. Anyway, Destiny's in the studio singing about being on 10. Now, this is a marked difference from the songs that Melody sings. It's got a very much trap, very current hip hop style beat to it, and it's sounding real gutter and things like that. And I want to hear the finished product to see what it is. Can I bump it in the gym? Because I'll support. Side note, I think I'm unblocked by Destiny. Yes, I think I am unblocked by the Destiny. I think I am. Last I checked, I was unblocked. Yes, Lord, you have heard my cry. Okay. So anyway, I digress. Now, Destiny singing to the high heavens, and Tisha stops by. She reveals that Destiny reveals that when she went through the end of her relationship, she had to get on the public assistance. She was taking care of her father at first, but then he ended up having to take care of her because times was hard. She ended up having to reopen Madani. So I guess at some point Madani had closed, and so she had to go back through the reopening. And I wrote in my notes, I said, she is really opening up. And this is a Destiny that I think that people will really resonate with her story now that she's being more transparent. And I really appreciated that moment, because I know it could not have been easy. So I have to give hats off to Destiny for that. Now, anyway, we learned that she has not, we got a super chat. Toya says, we ain't lying to her. She can't sing. Oh, now see, I'm gonna download this single. Anyway, she ain't talked to Melody, and she's respected Melody's boundary. So apparently there was an issue that happened after the reunion. Destiny's room was next to Melody's room. LATISHA stopped by Destiny's room to chit chat about the things that Destiny missed at the reunion and to recap the reunion. Okay. But little do they know, Melody, the way they framed it was that Melody was listening at the door. Okay. That she was listening at the door. And apparently, Melody and Destiny ended up having brunch afterwards. And she said Melody was upset because Destiny was talking to her enemy. Excuse me. And LaTisha was like, I didn't realize I was her enemy. I mean, but they did have a little come to Jesus at the reunion. I mean, and it won't pretty, but it kind of ended on an okay note or whatever. Destiny then throws the ultimate shade at Melody and says that this is par for the course for all of Melody's friendships and that they end in this exact way. I said, well, if the shots ain't fired, okay? Black Brooklyn Star says, no child nor vocals in that Destiny. You know what? Destiny, I ain't say it. I ain't say it, and it's all alleged. Okay, it's all alleged. Y'all so silly. Anyway, so Melody and Kimmi meet at the charcuterie board place. And Melody, we learned that Melody texted Kimmi to check on her when all the rumors were going on because of that photo that MARSAU posted that he did not need to post and got everybody in trouble and caused all the chaos, okay? They recapped the Atlanta trip and what MARSAU was trying to insinuate. And Melody really, honestly, in this scene right here, Melody is just getting the tea, okay? Melody is, and the way she doing it is so smooth but obvious. She's just like, yes, girl, I was concerned about you. But what's the tea? What's going on? Are you okay? What's happening with you? Give me the details, okay? Ain't this charcuterie board good? Now open up. Give me all the tea, okay? And you know, Kimmi says that she believes Maurice, but that cheating is a deal breaker. But the dilemma for Kimmi is that the cheating happened, the alleged cheating that was put out in the streets, because we're not going to say it was real. If it did happen, it happened before they got married, but not before they had bought a house together, okay? So then they recap, they talk about how this situation affected LaTisha. And Melody is rolling her eyes so hard, I thought they was going to roll across the floor and back over to Atlanta, okay? Mel was like, even as LaTisha was saying that she's not on social media, Mel basically points out that LaTisha was indeed commenting on the post that MARSAU posted on social media, or commenting in some realm of social media with regards to the post that MARSAU made, because it was a thing that Ariane was, and can I say her name? I can say her name because I'm not on the show. But anyway, Ariane had been posting indicating that she knew things or whatever like that. And so LaTisha was kind of going back and forth, you know, in a situation with her. So Mel was like, you can't say that you ain't on social media and that you ain't bothered by it when you are clapping back at this woman. So anyway, I was like, well, yeah, you're right about that. Then Mel says, she overheard LaTisha and Destiny, because Destiny's room was next to hers. And LaTisha said that, yeah, because Mel is a Scorpio. Now, I did not quite understand what being a Scorpio meant to the conversation. And if you can tell me in the chat what being a Scorpio had to do with the price of Gucci on Canal Street, I would really like to know, okay? If you could tell me, oh, y'all saying freaky, okay? Y'all saying, oh, the people are saying, oh, y'all trying, okay, so the insinuation was perhaps that being a Scorpio is being a freak in the sheets. Okay. So anyway, um, apparently Melody went down to the room and knock, 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 and said, y'all might want to calm y'all conversations down because I can hear you in the next room talking about me. Okay. Now, I personally believe that's what happened in the situation because, but I also believe that when Destiny said that later on when she and Melody had brunch, that Melody said you were talking to my enemy. But at the end of the day, Melody is not in the place where she is taking any second chances with nobody, not even Destiny, certainly not LATISHA, and thus they will not be invited to the slumber party. And Kimmi is like, well, girl, what other friends you got? And of course, Melody says, Tiffany. Duh. And little do we know, hopefully, that's also where LATISHA's cousin is going to be there. And also Stormy, okay, who is the new friend on the block. Now, Carlos did say Stormy was, a firecracker. So I can't wait to see her. So anyway, MARSAU's brother Micah is having a dinner to try to smooth things over with MARSAU and Maurice after this photo debacle. MARSAU thinks that only Kimmi and Micah were hurt by this picture and that Maurice took it as a joke. They sit down for dinner and Kimmi gets right into it about the post. MARSAU says, I didn't think about the magnitude of what people were going to think about it. Okay? That's what he said. Now, Kimmi gets right into the point and she tries to tell him that the collateral damage in this whole situation is that it affects LATISHA, okay? It affects LATISHA and it affects MARSAU, okay? And so LATISHA says that she wasn't that hurt. And I was like, girl, what? She says that it was hard because the people that were putting it all out there were people that she knew. And I was like, who? Who are you talking about? And then she says, but the other people on social media who she don't know, she don't really care about. Can I tell y'all, first of all, I think that LATISHA was absolutely 110% bothered by this whole situation. You can't tell me this woman was not bothered. If you got to regulate whether or not your man get a female chief of staff, you, my dear, were worried, bothered by this situation. Why would you not be? I feel like sometimes LATISHA is regurgitating things that MARSAU has implanted in her brain. I do. Point blank, period. And I like LATISHA. I recognize her for her accomplishments. I think that she is a wonderful mother. I think that she is beautiful, but I think she is also being manipulated by MARSAU. Point blank, period. Okay? Because she wants to keep the peace. End of story. Maurice tries to tell MARSAU that your actions have consequences. And MARSAU says, well, I'm immune to this social media stuff. And Kimmi and Micah have to tell him, well, bruh, if you might be immune to it, but everybody else is not, especially not your wife sitting over here. She done got off the Twitter because she's been having to deal with antics that you have brought into the situation. That is not right, okay? So then Maurice says, well, the worst thing that he thought was that MARSAU would look complicit. And it's funny to get in trouble with your wife. But it's not funny for him to get in trouble with his wife. So it's funny for Maurice to get in trouble with Kimmi, but it's not funny for him to get in trouble with LATISHA. Okay. And you know the reason why? Because he can talk LATISHA down. He can get in her ear and talk his mumbo jumbo, because that's exactly what it is, mumbo to the jumbo. And listen, as I give my critique, please understand, I do not take away from the fact that this man is an entrepreneur. He's a father. He's doing his doggone thing. But some of his actions on this show, it just be like, bruh, like, you think we can't see what you doing? We see it. Now, LATISHA might not see it, or she might see it and she just ride or die. But at the end of the day, we see each other, okay? We all see it. And so at this point, Maurice switches tactics. And he said, well, the rumor is you had 2 babies last year that came out of nowhere. Now, if either me or Tisha posted that, that wouldn't be funny, would it? And then MARSAU is like, oh, that's a low blow. That's a low blow. And I'm looking like, is it? Is it? What's good for the goose has to be good for the gander, right? So why couldn't Maurice post that type of photo? Oh, because it's about you. It makes you look bad. You don't care that you're making your own brother look bad. You don't care that you're making your wife look bad by default. You don't care that you're making Kimmi look bad. You don't care about any of that. All you cared about was making a little jokey joke. And then you're going to hop on a flight to Africa and explore the motherland in peace, leaving everybody else leaving drama and chaos and calamity in your wake for the rest of these people to deal with a cesspool of drama, okay? A cesspool of drama. And then Maurice hits him with the 1-2 punch. Maurice says, listen, there's a lot of things that I could be talking about too. And at that point, I'm leaning in like, now what you got to say, Maurice? Now what is it? Now you gonna tell us or no? But of course, the episode ended. I said, y'all, they done thrown me for the entire loop, okay? The entire loop on this one, all right? And when he hit him with that, I was like, and MARSAU had the little worried look on his face. If I was MARSAU, I'd be like, listen, you want to play games? Let's play, okay? Let's play. Let me get to posting on social media. I'll light it up, okay? I will light it all the way up. But you know what? Maurice ain't gonna do that. And you know why? Because Maurice cares about what happens to LATISHA. Boom. And that's the difference. That's the difference. That is the difference. Okay? Shar says, I'm sick of Richie and the DeVita meme. Love you, boo. Shar, I am using this face from henceforth and forevermore because DeVita is my person, okay? In my head. She is able to convey an emotion that we all know exactly what she means when she is looking like this at MARSAU as he is talking his mumbo to the jumbo, okay? Talking that mumbo to the jumbo. And in fact, I will be using this for all of my recaps from henceforth and now and forevermore because DeVita is a star, okay? She's a star. And I feel like she totally encapsulates what I be thinking sometimes, and I just don't have the words to say it. So cheers to you, DeVita. Cheers to you, okay? Now, with that being said, I love me some DeVita, and I just met her tonight. Now, again, with that being said, that's all I got for y'all. I had to jump on. I said, I can't wait till tomorrow morning. We got to talk about this tonight. And I hope y'all was still awake because I was like taking a chance. Okay. I was taking a chance. But anyway, Love and Marriage Huntsville is back, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. Okay. Back, baby. And I love every minute of it. Now, I'm still waiting on my black in a bottle. We got another super chat from Goddess Isis, who said spent the last month catching up on the first 3 seasons right on time for the premiere. Richie was right. The show is everything. Discovery Plus. Y'all go watch. Okay. Thank you, boo. Still waiting on my black in the bottle. Where it at, Maurice? Where it at, MARSAU? Where it at, LATISHA? Where it at? Okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to lay my butt down. Thank y'all for tuning in to this late night creep. Okay. We might do another one next week. It all kind of depends on how I be feeling after I watch the episode. I'm gonna try to do it at nighttime because I kind of feel like the nighttime. Oh, it's the right time. If you know what that's from, you know what that's from. Anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all on the young famous and African. I'm gonna do a full review once I finish the entire season. So give me a couple of days and it's coming. All right. Y'all know I love y'all. Love this cast from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can't wait to see what else they bring us this season. And y'all know how I always do it. Me and Davita are gonna catch y'all in the next episode.